HK, it's been a minute, my bro. It's been a minute. Here is the episode that we did, 44 podcast episodes around probably 2.5 years ago. 2 years ago, it was crazy, bro, crazy. Now, so we came all the way to London, we filmed this podcast. And honestly, I feel like, it's been so necessary. We have to give an update on what's going on.
Yeah.
Because, as you can probably tell, the settings where we're at right now, flying over Madrid on a jet. And I feel like, obviously, now, since that podcast, a lot has happened. So, bro, what's been going on?
Yeah, so since then, it's crazy because the 44 podcast was literally how Palace was born, because after 44 podcast, I just had loads of people messaging me, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to make a community of like-minded individuals that people want to learn dropshipping or whatever. And then Palace was born and basically grew it into like the biggest e-com Discord in the whole of the UK. Like at the peak, we were at like 45, 50,000 members. And we were going crazy with it, and basically just grew out a sick community and scaled it like crazy. It's crazy to think, like, reflecting back to that podcast and me sitting down and like
story,
literally just sort of started dropshipping. And literally that was when I first had my first big breakthrough. And now fast forward 2 years and we're sat on a fucking private jet,
bro. It's insane. And we just had the craziest trip. We just had first ever via Mastermind out in Marbella. What experience that was, bro.
Right.
$100,000
best holiday. Well, not holiday, but you know what I mean.
The best trip I've ever been on in my life. It was 5 days out in Marbella. We hadn't did everything in the city. Like, we basically conquered the city.
Yeah. And the thing is as well, it wasn't what we did. It was the experience. It was the river. So like everyone got on so well. Now we made friendships that could go on to be friendships for life. Do you know what I mean?
Bro, even business partners. So much has come from this trip, and I feel like it was such a good group of people, and I'm definitely excited for the next one too.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's crazy inspiring as well. We just did random shit. Like, we literally sat on a PJ right now.
Yeah,
and it's inspired. Like, bro, I'm so inspired right now.
Yeah.
But it's like doing things like this. I want to go home and work harder. That's why pushing yourself out your comfort zone. And I didn't have to get on a PJ. I could have just got back on EasyJet. But it was like the experiences are now going to inspire me to go home to work even harder, but also set a standard of like, this is what's possible. Like, 2 years ago, I dreamed of shit like this.
I'm the same, bro. I feel like, at the end of the day, if you can afford to do it, you have to do it. You know what I mean? Well, at least if you want to, because, now I've got so much motivation, so much inspiration, and I know now what it is and what it feels like, to do this sort of thing. So definitely, bro.
And it's crazy. We literally said we want to film this because we want to reflect on how we filmed once together
100%.
2 years ago, and you can literally see the journey of how we've come from there. So
it shows what's possible, and that's what I feel like is our duty at the end of the day. We're both in our 20s. I'm 20, you're 20. Literally, bro, we have to show that this sort of stuff's possible, and that's why at the start I was always so hesitant to put videos out with all YouTube, 44 podcast, everything. Like, bro, I was doing e-com for 2 years full time before I even started any YouTube content. I feel like it was my duty to show people that this was possible, because when I was coming up, I had somebody show me that was possible, and I would have never even been able to think that big. And to be honest with you, if you can't think of it, it will never happen to you.
Yeah, limiting beliefs. If the size of your success is determined by your belief, not by the size of your intelligence.
Exactly, bro.
And if you believe in yourself, like, you're gonna achieve it. Like, bro, literally, like I said 3 years ago, I would be like, wow, like, there's no way I'd get a private jet. Like, it's always chasing that betterness of yourself. And I said it when I sat down to film with Jason, but doing trips like this, it just like setting a new standard, setting a new bar, always chasing that next level of what can we do next. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. And it isn't even just about the materialism, to be honest with you. It's also just about the
experience as well. Like,
experience, just having everyone together. Like, literally on this jet is just my family, bro. It feels like, you know what I mean? To be honest with you, for sure.
How does it make you feel, like, sat on this right now, comparison to like 2 years ago when we were sat in some shitty London studio, filming a podcast, shit equipment, shit mic, and we're sat here right now?
I don't know, bro. Honestly,
with a literal camera woman behind the camera that we flew out 5 days.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out Wits, bro. It feels mad, to be honest with you. This jet's pretty comfy, bro. Like, it was pretty comfy.
Crazy, man.
Yeah,
it's crazy. And as well, what would you say is like the biggest thing you learned from this trip? Maybe not specific things of like, oh, Samir dropped some sauce, this person dropped some sauce, but like, biggest lesson you learned from this trip, like experiencing different people on different industries, like bouncing ideas off each other, conversations flowing.
Yeah. I would say the biggest sort of thing is just that I should be doing this more, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You know, like it's so easy to just be locked in, grinding in your room and all that sort of thing. But the real sort of experiences and the whole point of life is just to go out there and see the world and actually do things.
Yeah.
You know, it's so easy to just stay in the country that you're at. So easy to just stay in the city you're at. But if you're in a position where, you know, you're lucky enough to be able to fly away and you'll be able to see, you know, different places in the world, you need to do it. At the end of the day, this is what I've been doing, to be honest with you, the most this year. Like I think I've probably traveled to like 10 different countries so far, and I'm halfway through the year. Because I've been making such an effort to actually see the world and actually do things, get out of my shell and meet new people and do things that make me scared, bro. This event, hosting a massive event like this, a massive mastermind, a massive trip, it wasn't easy. It was actually kind of scary. We had the sort of idea, you know, literally just a month ago.
Spontaneity of it, panicking of like, oh, what's happening here?
Exactly. Literally just a month ago, I had this idea, you know. I saw a good friend of mine, Serge, is also sort of do something similar, and that made me think, I want to do it too, you know. But it's so easy to just see that sort of thing and be like, oh, that's cool. You know, I'd love to do that one day. But also just saying, I'm going to do it, set a date and making it happen is another sort of thing. And that's what I literally love to do. I really just like to get myself on my shell, just make things happen. And that's probably the biggest thing I'd say about the trip, is just making things happen.
And it's so easy to just like sit in your room, keep working, be comfortable, blah, blah, blah. But just coming on this trip alone has like opened my mind to so many different ideas, so many things that I want to test. Even little things like equity and like getting percentages in other businesses and stuff like that. That I was, you know, I felt like before this trip, I felt I was thinking so narrowly, and now I've just bigger picture opened up. Like, wow, there's so much shit to do.
It feels like a whole year's worth of like learning just in 1 week. Honestly, like all the YouTube videos, all the courses that I've consumed, it's like this is just like even better, just all in one week. Like I've had so many conversations, 3 a.m., 4 a.m. late night conversations, balcony, just like, you know, by the pool, literally just talking about the future and the plans and steaming, and also kind of like bouncing off each other. Like, okay, I tell them what I'm trying to do, and then they sort of pitch in and help me give me ideas.
The people that are behind the camera that are watching on YouTube right now or whatever would have been in the same position as us right now a year ago, 2 years ago, where we were watching people doing, you know, like filming on a private jet or being on a private jet, and we were like, no way, like that's fucking crazy. I should like, imagine if we did that. And now we're in that position now, so it shows that the people that are watching right now, all it takes is a year or two to get to a point where you think
you're watching this right now. This is completely possible, man. It's crazy. Completely possible. Listen to our brother right here. You know what I mean? Listen to our brother right here. 2 years ago, that was, bro, we don't even link up like 2 or 3 times. Yeah, we did that podcast.
But it's crazy. Literally 2 years ago, like just before that as well, how we met as well, like how I literally was just like, fuck it. I literally didn't go to school to come to see you move in.
Real? Yeah.
To come to see you move in, and I was like, nah, this is crazy. And it's just always about putting yourself in the room with other people that are gonna inspire you and gonna make you think bigger to get to the next level.
Exactly. Break some rules.
Yeah, break
some rules. Do what you're not supposed to. Spend a bit more than you thought you should. You know, do exactly whatever it takes.
And understand that you might feel uncomfortable spending that, but you have to have that relationship with money where you can just think of it like, wow, it's just gonna come back. So what? It's just gonna come back into my pocket. Money is like the most free flowing energy that there is. It's completely abundant. You know, you spend it, and exactly. There's so much abundant of money that you spend it. Wow, you know, you're gonna make it back. And when you have that mindset, you're gonna take more risks, experience a better opportunity, meet new people. You're gonna become unstoppable, without a doubt, for sure. Definitely, amazing, bro. Well,
HK, I appreciate you. Crazy, I appreciate you. It's been long overdue.
What the fuck is life?
What is life, bro? What is life?
Crazy. Peace.